One of the major reasons for this convention is to hear from the president what she has done over the period. And at this point in time, it is time for us to hear from the president, national president. I want you to give me a song while she's coming up. Give me a song while she's coming up. This is not ordinary. You find something, signal me with a thumb up. You find something, signal me with a thumb up. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to welcome ladies all here. Please bring on to this podium the national president, the Graduate Association in America, Madam ATL Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Please have your seat. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, again, welcome, Madam Poor.
Thank you. The State of the Union 2024 National Convention, GGAA. It has been 1 year from today when we were elected in Des Moines, Iowa. Our administration, we were elected May 14. Please have your seats, guys. Please, family. This is very important. We were elected May 14 in Des Moines, Iowa on a beautiful Sunday, when all the Grangettans, most of them were excited and few were sad. There's a saying when good thing is coming, you may see confusion. And our coming to this level, it was not easy, but we did it. Jehovah did it for us. I must extend special thanks to all those who believe in us and all those who doubted, like who felt that we never would have gotten to the level to produce. Sometimes it is good for people to challenge you. And of course, as Tina, which is female warrior, with Isaac Inanwe, Mr. Christopher Quia, Manayanto Bree Stephen, our able chaplain, Beatrice Hensford Swain, our chief of staff. Of course, we got to produce. These people are people who know how to get the job done. So immediately after May 14 in Des Moines, Iowa on a beautiful Sunday, the next day we went to the bank and we added our names to the account of Bank of America. We promised GGAA that we would be very transparent in our actions, especially when it comes to financial issues. So the first thing we did on Monday, right after the election, we added our names on the account of Bank of America. In a few days, I flew to Liberia. I took a week vacation. And at that time, I met with the Grand GGAA caucus. As you know, every time the caucus members are having issues among themselves. This administration, when we say transparency, you cannot be doing something in America and the team in Liberia does not know what you're doing. We gotta work together as a team. So I met with the caucus, first of its kind, and calling to the caucus members to meet with all 5 of them in the same room. And by the help of God, it happened.
Hello? Secret, 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 il est pour secret. Secret, 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 dans Jiranya, à secret, à secret. Jeja. Jeja, jeja, siaje. Siaje. Siaje, siaje, Jiranya, tabu para siaje. 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 Not the good idea, blah blah blah, siaje. Awe. Thank you, guys. There's a PA chapter president. We were not here, but now we're here. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. And that's my chapter president. The most talked about. On June 4th, 2023, when I returned from Liberia, let's backtrack to my trip in Liberia. When I went to Liberia, like I said, I met with all 5 of the caucus team. And they all decided to work with us. I explained to them, we cannot undertake project here, and they don't understand what we are doing. It's they're coming to my house to do something, and I'm in the blind. We're gonna work together. They all express. I remember the words of the late Madison Graham, secretary then of the caucus. He expressed, "This is first of its kind for me to witness in my life. A president from the United States of America to meet with all caucus team, the members. And we look forward to working with you. He was sick that day when I placed the call to him. He said, Madam President, I'm sick, but I will come and be at the meeting. And he did just that. There are videos to that effect when I met with the people that day. From there, I met with the Armed Forces of Liberia, the senior military advisor, Major Gwen. The reason I met with him, my people, sometimes it's good to have confusion, but in the middle of confusion, you can miss a lot of good things. There are counties in Liberia. They are benefiting from the military because people summon that team to go and do, to rehabilitate roads and stuff like that within their areas. Where at GGAA County, people are dying. When I say people are dying, they are not just, it's not a story that we're making up. Bad roads condition. 2010, when I went to Liberia, first time going into my county to assess. When I saw green, I remember going the road, I was like, when you're in the car going, when the car hit some area, your head will hit the top of the car, and we kept bouncing. It was bad. I went back after the election, the condition remains the same. But we still, as Grenadians, we are fighting amongst ourselves. So I met with the military person. I said, you guys are doing it for other counties. We want to know, what does it take for you guys to do something? And guess what? When I got there, they told me, said, oh, the man you're supposed to meet is not here. So as I was walking out of the building, Mr. Gwen was passing. He said, oh, that's him, the convoy is coming. So I rushed, and he stopped. So his car, and he came over. I said, I need to meet with you. And that man is from GGAA County. Okay? So we met and we talked. I went to Public Work Ministry to meet with the minister, but she was out of the area. And I told the caucus team wanted me to change my travel date, but the lady was not around. The road issue in Liberia, especially GGAA, let's focus on our county, is a serious business. So when I came back, immediately with all the issues that we identified in Liberia, I came and we organized on June 4th, we organized our transition team to get a report from President Yubote and his team. Is Mr. Carr still here? I say Carr. I salute you, sir. Thank you for your hard work. Thank you for your understanding. It is sad indeed for me to stand before you today to tell you the administration did not do us well. Mr. Kai tried, but as it is right now, we still have reports to be submitted. So Mr. Kai, thank you for trying. After the transition team and they did the work, they submitted a report, and one of the challenges they have, they said they could not get reports from the previous administration, so it was very difficult to carry on report, to complete that task. And that transition report was submitted to chapter leaders, the board. So if you need that report and you didn't get it, we can submit it to you. It has a recommendation as well. In addition to that, immediately when I came back from Liberia, it was all over. Edith does not want to pay Mr. Blaze and his wife $15,000. Some of you people did not understand. But I can tell you though, you do have a leader that understands what it takes to lead This leader will not be led. As a leader, you must have people to lead. If you cannot pave the way, then for some reason, you are not ready to lead. So we refused at that time to give the $15,000 because there was no document to that effect. How can someone tell you, say, pay $15,000 by words of mouth? Where is the document that tells me that you actually took the money? Please show or proof. And Grenjidans always said, oh, the people eating our money, they don't want to get report. But then, when you are doing the right thing, oh, she doesn't want to pay. They took the people money and she refused to pay. Really? I did not refuse to pay. My administration did not refuse to pay. We were doing what needed to be done. And that is, documentation must be reflected. So I call on the couple, especially our beautiful queen. Thanks for waiting so patiently. Thanks for understanding. Emuna Vlayi Warite. Thank you also for listening to me and trying to intervene. We did not refuse. I called the queen. I said, if you took that money, I'm afraid you may not get it back. We need documentation. If we don't get documents, show us from your account that you withdrew that money and to whom that money was paid. Because I'm looking into the account, I do not see any transaction. But if you can show us that you withdrew that money and you deposited it to someone's account that has to do with the administration that is running the day-to-day affairs, we will pay you. I remember, she said, Madam President, if I show you the document, then what? Will I be responsible? Will you pay my money? And she did not say, but I felt her pain. She felt like that document does not have Grenjida Association. It has President Ubate on it. $10,000 US have President Ubate's name. She did not say, but she said, if I show you the document, will you pay? And everything that came to my mind, I told her, show me the document. And when I saw that President Ubate's name was on there, I said, oh, that's why she said this. Our $10,000 was deposited into was given to him. The check was written in his name. When I called him, nothing but chicks. In how you call it? In our African Liberian way. I took care of the money man. I took care of the, how you call it? Iowa stuff. But at the end of the day, they were not responsible. Our queen, she had nothing to do with Grenjida Association administration, and she cannot be a victim of goodwill. And so is Mr. Vlayi. After our investigation, we settled to be able to pay them. So as we speak, when the treasurer mentioned the $15,000, we pay them. You always hear saying, the board and the administration, they can't coexist. The board and the administration, oh, my people. But when we talk over, before we talk over, one of the things we said, common logic. The General Assembly is number 1. 2, the board of directors, number 2. 3, the administration, number 3. If you understand the chain of authority, then you know the board is your leader. You cannot do things without them. So our administration, we are working along with them. At your working place, when you are doing stuff, you will talk to your supervisor, right? So, if we have people to lead us, then we should respect that, right? So, again, first in the history of GGAA, the board and the administration had a program, a training program, and the board sponsored a fundraiser for us. Mr. Our Honorable Omika Kala, we say thank you to you and your team. Mr. Kala, I know people will talk and talk and talk, but if you don't want to listen to stuff and you want to see that the paper is black, and you have a vision that is telling you it's black, even though it's white, no matter what we do, you would think it's black. But if we can see, we'll tell you it's white. Mr. Omika Kala, let the people see you, sir. The Honorable Kala may not be perfect, as we all do, but one thing we all know, he has love for his people and this administration. And one thing we know again, he sacrificed for this great union. All right? He did not support me because I am either poor. He and his team, the great veteran, our father, Mr. Eric Cohn. Can you imagine at his age, the man will have sleepless nights. He will write, he will do things for us. They did not support the poor United team because they wanted to support us. The poor United team was supported because we did the right thing. Everything that was expected, everything that was asked, we did. And there's a saying, you will know your New Year or your Christmas will be good by the eve. The fact that we follow the rules of laws, you know what you are getting now is what we exhibited in the past. All right? So thank you for making the right choice, team. Mr. Wulu Kala and everybody. And so that program was held. We also, when we were planning that program, we met up with challenges. And one of the biggest challenges we had, that we had to postpone the program, was the death of Mr. Ira Graham. All right? I want you to pay attention. When this honorable man passed, it was sad. It was a loss. A big loss for every one of us. A big. We all felt the pain. But I must tell you, it's not every message someone brings to you means well. So they say when a message is coming out, watch out for the intent or what that person is saying. Some people have political desire. Some people mean well. Some people, they are carrier of bad news, and some people are carrier of good news. So we have we put our program we put our program on hold just to honor this in the honorable man. And when that happened, it put us into another financial problem. We had a program that was held in Iowa. Anybody from Iowa here? In fact, if you are from Iowa, please stand. The Iowans have been beaten over and over and over again. They never disappoint. convention, ended in confusion. They bought that evening gown, organized themselves, fed us, nothing happened. Our inauguration was held, and everything went okay. People, Iowans did it. The GGAA woman, did the best. Family, the GGAA woman did well. They did so well. They organized the program. And when you look in this hall again, you'll see a lot of women. Okay? But y'all don't worry. The time has come. If you don't support, then you don't support. You don't expect support. You don't dish out what you did not put in. All right? And I say, thanks to all these special men here today. And if you are men watching, we need to work together as a team. It is not about just, woman problem. The number must rise. The child room, if you did not come to this convention, please pay your dues. Okay? So, fellow Grenadians, we also established a financial system. You know how you guys have, our money, we know what happened to it? Mr. Asing now with our RT and Vice President. Let the people see you, sir. Can you stand up? Immediately we went to work. We set up our cash out system that when you pay, it goes straight into the account and it alerts all the financial team members. We set up our Zelle account, PayPal account, and everything. Mana Yento Steering, she's at the gate. She has a special team that is working with her. They did a good job. And they are working too to put that system in place. So I say thanks to the financial team and our RT men. I know you are not hearing noise in the community. It means that things are working for you, right? So now we come over here today to tell you we have our Constitution. We want you to pay attention to that because this is the law that's going to be used against you tomorrow. Okay? Please pay attention so we can be able to do that. And we set up the board set up a commission, a Constitution committee headed by Mr. Alex Yala. And Alex Yala and his team, they submitted that 30 days within that before the 30 days window. It was sent out and for you guys to review. If you did not review it, it's going to be done today. To save time, okay? All I can say right now to say thank you to the people. But one last thing, I have nothing but love for our people. The last thing before we got here, Manapur, she congratulated Mr. Grant, and it was an issue in the community. And some people said they're not going to come. We are leaders of this union. We are not going to limit this union and put it in a box that we cannot be able to do what needs to be done to get the job done. I want you to understand, Mr. Grant, he went through 4 processes in order for him to get to where he had to get. He was nominated by the President of Liberia. He was also nominated, and he was approved by the Senate. He was also, in addition to that, they had a vote. More besides, the letter, the final stage, the letter was written. And once that was done, we just sent out the congratulations message to him. We did not take part in electing him. We did not do anything. So for those who felt hurt because of that, we want you to please understand that we didn't have anything to do with that. Whether we agree, the appointment was already done. So we just want, if you felt bad, we say, please let God help you to get the bitter pills away or the bitter taste. All right? Please, when you want us to do what needs to be done, we'll do our best and see what we can do to provide the needed services for you. It is our duty. One of the things we always do is to send out messages to people when they are appointed to positions. And that's what we did. We didn't mean any harm. So for those who felt bad in the process, we say, sorry, let's work together, and this is our usual routine. We love you all. May God bless our union. Our union is standing strong. I say thank you to North Dakota chapter, Mana Orita and her team. We are doing very well. Say kudos to you all. Thank you.
Baluna